Today I am back with a new product from Outdoor Vitals, and they have hooked me up with their new Shadowlight 60 backpack. And so today I'm going to unbox the new one, and I'm going to compare it to their old version and let you know what this new one is all about. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. So I absolutely love the Outdoor Vitals products. We actually bought one of their Kickstarter jackets way back at the beginning of time. Didn't know much about the company back then, but we bought what they call their $1 million jacket, and absolutely love that jacket. And since then, they have been producing very, very high quality outdoor gear that is ultra light at a fraction of the cost of most of the other manufacturers out there. So that's why I love their stuff. It's just such great quality. The owner plays a very, very active role in creating their products, testing their products. So overall, it's just a great company. So this is the Shadowlight that I have currently. This is the Shadowlight 60 liter. And there's a lot of great things that I love about this pack. And there's actually nothing wrong with this pack. So, you know, the fact that I'm looking at another pack, it's not because I don't like this one. It's just they came out with a newer model, and they asked me to try it out and give them give them my thoughts. So I'm going to open it up, take a look at it, and then I'm going to compare what the old pack has or doesn't have compared to the new pack.
So this one you've never seen, right?
I haven't even opened it yet.
This is your first time.
I don't need your stick.
And
right?
Mom, he's like, would you like this log? Would you like this giant log?
All right. So let's take this thing out.
Well, right off the bat, babe, I mean, I know I'm not hiking, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
You already love
them's my colors.
The color is pretty cool. I do like them. I was never really a huge fan of the color of this one, but that's okay. You want fun? You know, I'm more about functionality anyway. And so, like I said, it's been a great pack. So, right off the bat, you've got these front pouches, and that is something that I did like a lot about this. Is that these pouches hold a lot. You don't think that they're going to hold as much, but one of the things I think that they said is that this mesh. Some people had complained that the mesh sometimes didn't hold up. I never had any trouble, and I used to pack them full, and it stretches really far. So what they've done is they've put the mesh back in here, but they've used a thicker
you
mesh.
Can't even see your fingers through it.
So it's much thicker, much higher quality, and you can still fill the pack with all the goodies that you did before. So I usually put my shoes in here, my sandals, and then I also would shove my jacket or rain jacket or something in there, and then also whatever snacks that I'm going to be eating for the day, because they're just easy to get to. Yep. The other thing that didn't change, and I'm kind of happy about, is this down the spine, they have the zipper. Now, the reason I like this is because if you have everything all stacked up nice and neat, but you need to get something in the bottom, there was several times at camp that I would open this up and just pull something out of the center. Sometimes I would keep if I didn't think that I was going to need my jacket, I would keep it down at the bottom just to kind of save space and stack stuff on top of the puffy. So I do like that they still have that feature in there. Let's see, what else? This time they have two of these, which is really cool. This is where you put your poles, your hiking poles, and there's a pole on both ends. On the other pack, they only had one. So that's cool. I like that they have it on both sides, so you have the option to put poles on both sides. And they have these little hooks here. I guess these are just little extra hooks for nice.
You could wrap something around, bungee cord them around the bottom.
Let me tell you, I love that, because one thing I did not like about this pack is that as far as places to hook things, I didn't like putting my tent inside my pack. I like being able to put my tent on the outside of my pack. And so sometimes I would strap it to the top, but then that would just kind of be a lot right at my head. And so, you know, other packs that I've tried outside of Outdoor Vitals, I liked being able to strap my tent to the bottom of the pack. So now that they have these holes,
you can do that.
I can run some sort of bungee there to strap that to the bottom. So I'm really excited about that extra feature.
I like that nice big logo on the back now too.
Yeah,
that looks
pretty
cool. So you can see it's not on the other one
here. Yeah. Their logo is pretty, and I'm pretty sure that that's reflective.
Right? So it's going to show up well.
Yep.
Somebody shines a light.
Let's see what else is different, or what else we got going on here.
Man, it's so cool.
It is.
I like it.
Now, one thing that I really like is the way that they close this pack, and they kept it the same, so I'm thankful for that. As you can see,
wow, look at that.
once this is the top of the pack, but you have this extra roll. The great thing about this extra roll is that you can pack more stuff on top of it, roll it down, and then you can snap it here at the top. And then it has this little snap here, and it makes it real easy then to cinch down.
Gotcha.
So it allows you to, and it's got a lot of room for cinch. So, you know, you can pack a lot of extra stuff in that very top pouch if you need to. So I do like that, and I like that you can just roll down on top of it that way. All right, let's see. Let's start with the straps. They have the straps here that you can cinch down over top of your shoulders, which is nice. They've got the chest buckle here, so you can cinch it where you need to, and that moves up and down. So again, depending on how high you want it on your chest. They have some extra large pockets for their waist belt. Y'all, this is something that was very impressive with their last one, and they included that again with this new version. Lots of room in these pouches to put your stuff, and they're easy to get to, and each of them have a key hook, where some other backpacks that we looked at only has a key hook in one. They do have a key hook in both of these. Very comfortable. Now, one thing...
Ooh, look at that. That's different.
It is. And I'll be honest, I'm real torn on how I'm going to feel about this. So, here's the thing. With the old pack, they have this little pad that comes in and out.
That's your knee pad.
I used this pad a lot. I used it especially when we would stop and take a break. I would pull this pad out to sit on instead of having to sit directly on the ground. I could use it to sit on a log. The other thing I use this for is a knee pad in my tent. So when I'm coming down, you know, the tents are real low. And so when I'm coming down and crawling in my tent on my knees, I like to use this as my knee pad. I did notice that when everything was coming out about this new pack, that is no longer an option. It does not.
So it's in there all the time?
It's in there all the time.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't come out. So I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet. It's still soft, so it's going to be comfortable on your back.
And it looks like it's more breathable for sure.
It is. It's definitely more breathable, because that did sometimes build up sweat. Like I would pull it out and there'd be little sweat beads inside the holes. Now, one thing or something else that I really love about the Shadowlight pack is their frame. They both have a frame. The original frame, it was very comfortable. The original frame was made of aluminum. And so it's still a metal frame, so it still has structure. And you can see it right here, okay? The difference with the new frame, first of all, it's completely encased. You can't see it. Secondly, it's carbon. They, and one of the things that the owner I'd seen made a video on is that while it's still nice and firm and sturdy, it's not quite as rigid as aluminum. So it actually will mold with your body a lot better than the aluminum frame did. So the carbon frame is supposed to be much more comfortable. So I can't wait to get it out on the trail and try it. And I think, yeah, it goes all the way down to the hip straps down here. So it's going to support all the way down at the bottom here. So that's really cool. Yeah, and you can feel that it's got a little bit more of a curvature to it. So it's going to be more comfortable. Oh, it curves all the way up. Wait a minute. That's cool. So it curves. There's a curve here, and then it backs back off. So yeah, so that carbon frame is supposed to be a much more comfortable load on your body. So I'm super excited to try out that new frame. Now, as far as weight goes, they both weigh about the same thing. You're looking at about 31 and a half ounces for each pack. Another thing that I love about these packs, you know, with some of the other packs on the market, you're buying a small, medium, and large. The great thing about these packs, I've bought a small pack and a medium this time I went with a small hip strap. Now this pack was a small pack with a medium hip strap. And what's really cool about this is that you can just buy the hip strap if you want to. So while I was in this pack, the last time I hiked with this pack, I'd lost a few pounds. And so that medium hip strap was actually not cinching up as tight as I needed it to. And I had even made the comment that before I go back out, I needed to order a new hip strap. And so what's really cool about that is you don't have to replace the whole pack. all you have to do is replace your hip strap if you gain or lose weight to accommodate that. So when I got this one, I went ahead and went with the small pack again, and I went with a small hip strap. And even with the small hip strap, you see it still has a ton of play for you to be able to adjust that. So yeah, that's really awesome. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on a whole new pack. Just, I think it's $30 or $40 just for a hip strap, and you can just feed that through there and replace it.
So what you're saying is, so if I wanted to go hiking, I could just take that gray pack and buy a large belt.
You could.
And leave you with the older one.
Well, and here's the thing to think about, though, is this is a small pack, so it's not going to be, it's not necessarily going to fit your back the way that it should, because you do want that carbon fiber to lay on your back appropriately.
But at least if you get bigger, you can up.
I can up. Yeah. So very cool. Still the side pouches, just like before. I do like this. So check this out. So this was something that was kind of a pain. This is how you cinch these up. And as you can tell, they don't cinch the best, right? So now they have put these little cinch pieces, which is fantastic. That will cinch these up way better.
Yeah,
you just press and squeeze. So that's a much better design. This looks like they still have this one here, which is what was there before.
And what's that for?
So if you put something like I normally kept water here, and so the tall water bottle, then I could cinch that in so it's not running loose. So yeah, that's where. And then this pocket's shaped differently too. That's nice. Yeah, so it's gonna make sticking your water and stuff in there, and that's a much bigger pocket than what it was. So cool.
Nice. It's always nice when the owner of the company is an avid hiker, or they at least are in the same field and consistently make changes.
Absolutely. So I'm super excited. So there's the unboxing and the comparison from the old model to the new model. I can't wait to get it out and actually try it, pack it out and try it. As far as the depth or the size, I'm sure it's going to be the same. They're both 60 liter. Like I said, they weigh in at about 31 to 31 and a half ounces, depending on your size. So yeah, super excited to try it out. One other thing I want to mention about Outdoor Vitals is they have what's called their Live Light membership, and if you join their membership, there's two different versions. There is, I think, a $15 a month and then a $25 a month. And the great thing is you get extra discounts for all your products that you buy, but the membership fee that you pay goes into a bank, and then you can utilize that money to then buy more products. So basically, you're getting the membership for free. So every time that I pay $25, then $25 goes into a bank, and then I can use that money to buy any of the products on their website. So if you are trying to save up to buy some of these higher ticket items, that's a great way for you to save. You're saving $15, $25 a month, goes into your little bank, and then once you build that up, or once they have a sale, then you can use those items. And if we get this video posted before Black Friday, then the Black Friday sale is going on right now, which is a lot of discounts. So be sure to take advantage of that. So yeah, can't wait to try out the new Shadowlight. Super excited about it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you are here until the end, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you are here. Also, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the new Shadowlight by Outdoor Vitals. And if you have not already, be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can catch all the adventures from Down South Adventures. And you got to see me wear the pack, so be sure to subscribe. See you next time.